right. Well. This is the Austin Anderson Show here on a Wednesday, I believe. It's the 8th. And my best friend's birthday. I just realized that now. And I didn't even need to get on Facebook to look. Normally, I've known this dude for over 20 years. You'd think that I would have it memorized. But times are busy. It's tough out there, man. It's tough. We have so many things to cover today. I've been rewatching episodes. I'm going to start with this. I've been rewatching episodes of King of Queens. And it's a funny show. I didn't realize that show started in the 90s. In 1999, I'm talking pre-Y2K. Pre-Y2K. That show started, I think, before the first school shooting, the first mass school shooting at Columbine. That's pre-9/11. I don't know why this blows me away. It just does. I didn't realize it. The episode last night, they went to Blockbuster. They went to Blockbuster and rented a movie. God, what I would give. What I would give to go to a Blockbuster on a Friday night and pick out a flick. Just, you want to go to the Blockbuster and pick out a flick with me? I used to work at Blockbuster. It's a true story. I used to work there, and I liked it. I was terminated. I was fired for putting my hair in little dreadlocks. Unacceptable back then. We had standards. Okay, you couldn't just show up to work with your head looking like a bomb pop with a gigantic piglet nose ring through your nose. You couldn't do that back then. All right? You had to be clean shaven. Even when you didn't even fully shave yet and you just had little phalanges, little whiskers sticking out of your face. Like so. You had to be, that had to be cleaned up, man. You had to be smooth. You had to be a smooth operator to work at Blockbuster. There were rules. You had to have a nice haircut. That hair had to be combed. It had to look like this. Mine didn't, because I was a kid. I was doing some experimentation. I was experimenting with my hair. I didn't know who I was yet, and I had to do some Coolio appropriation, some cultural appropriation. And before you get all over me, before you get on my back because of that, you got to understand that I was raised on rap. I might have grown up in a small town in the suburbs of Millard, but I'm going to tell you, I was rocking NWA, Dr. Dre, Bone Thugs in Harmony, all of them, all the classics. And that had actually nothing to do with it. I just wanted dreadlocks because they look cool. Let's be honest. It's a cool hair. If I had to be, it wasn't even me. It was, I think who inspired my little dreadlocks would have been Stephen Baldwin, the white man. Biodome. Maybe you've heard of it. We watched it every single day going into the 8th or 9th grade. I can't really remember because I'm 42 and all the years are starting to blend together. I don't know how people do it in California. Like, I can break up my life living in the Midwest by saying, oh, that happened in the winter of this year. That happened in the spring of this year. That happened in the summer of this year. That happened in the fall of this year. California can't do that. They're just like, that happened in this year. They can't even break it down into quadrants. They don't even have quadrants. They have one. They just have one. It's like that big tub of popcorn that you get with the quadrants. You have the caramel, you have the butter, you have the cheese, you have other ones. There are 4 quadrant popcorns out there. I know that there are. And they can't. They just have one big tub of the shitty, lightly salted regular white corn, popped, maybe yellow if they're lucky. But that's the good thing about living in the Midwest. So yeah, dude, I had the little dreadlocks, and I knew that I knew about Blockbuster's standards because I worked there. Like, I knew that this hairstyle was not allowed. I was not allowed to be behind the cash register ringing up patrons, all right, on a Friday night with my hair all whack. Wasn't allowed. So I did what any, 16-year-old would do. And I found a wig shop in the town of Omaha, Nebraska. High quality wig shop. Top of the line wigs. We're talking human hair. So I did what any young boy would do. I went there and I bought a wig, jet black. I don't know. It's just what they had. They didn't have offset brown or whatever it is that my hair was now or at that time. I don't know. It was a little darker than it actually is. And so, I went into work and I put on my wig. You could comb it, you could brush it, because we're talking, like I said, real hair. So I brushed it over and I just went to work doing my job, and I'm behind the cash register. I'm ringing people up, and then I look over, right? The manager, he's all the way in the back of the store, off to my left, which is where the manager's door was. And so he was coming out, and then you had, all the aisles at Blockbuster with all the movies that you could see over. They weren't as tall as a human being, you could see over him. And he was in the back, and he was just like peering over one of those where I could just see like his eyes, and his beady little eyes. He was just staring at me. And I go, oh, great. I'm like, this guy knows something's afoot. And he did. He came over to me. And I got done helping a customer. He comes up and he goes, why are you wearing a wig? And I go, I'm not. And he goes, yeah, that's a wig. I'm like, this is my real hair, and it upsets me that you don't know that. And then he just grabbed it, pull it off, boom. They just popped out. Just popped out like Coolio, like Sideshow Bob, like Stephen Baldwin of Biodome. So I didn't. So like Stephen cultural appropriated, and then I just copied him, a white man, so it doesn't count. It's X'd out. I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah, dude, and he was not impressed. He just looked at him, and he goes, "Put your wig back on." But I didn't get fired for that. I was fired later on trumped up charges. That's right. I still remember it. I was at home. I was taking a nap. It was my day off. They called me. They asked me if I could come in. They had to go over something with me. It was a trap. I went in there and he goes, hey, listen, your drawer was off again by 10 cents, mind you. 10 cents. He goes, we're gonna have to let you go. You're fired. And I go, what, dude? I'm like, you're firing me? Okay, then you got to understand that there was someone on staff that had done something way worse than just put awesome dreadlocks in their hair. All right, this dude, this redheaded kid, I don't remember. He was older than me. He might have been out of high school. But this dude had taken a piss in a mop bucket. All right, before Justin Bieber. We're talking a good 7 years before Justin Bieber, Justin Bieber, dude. That should have been his name. Should that has not been his name, Justin Bieber? Just call him Peepers. Yo, what's up? It's Peepers. Yeah, before that would be Justin Bieber's signature move. This kid did it, pissed in the mop bucket, and this manager mopped the entire Blockbuster store with his piss. And I said that. I go, dude, you didn't even fire the piss guy. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I don't remember his name. I wish I did. I'll just call him Andy. Be like, Andy pissed in the mop bucket. You mopped the entire place with his piss, and he still works here. And he just ignored it. It just went over. It went in one ear and out the other. He didn't even care. And he might have said something like, that's none of your concern or something like that. But I tried to fight. I tried to fight for my right to work there. I actually did not fight very hard at all. It was a demanding job. Not a lot of, I mean, this guy ran it. He ran it like the guy that ran the, gosh, what was it? You know, Stanley Kubrick, that creeper, not peeper, but creeper. You know that super creep, that absolute weirdo, Stanley Kubrick? It was one of his movies, you know, with the military and the guy going crazy and then, you know, shooting everyone. What the hell? Full Metal Jacket, dude. He ran the place like Full Metal Jacket. He didn't really at all. It wasn't an enjoyable place to work, really. You know, if you got time to lean, you got time to clean, even when it was clean. He's like, here. I think that's why the guy snapped and, you know, pissed in the mop bucket. He was just tired of, even when everything was cleaning, having to clean. And he was like, take this, take it, take the piss in the bucket, mop the store. So that's it. There's a piece of my life. There's a piece of my life. This all sprung from just King of Queens. That's what I was just going to touch on it for a minute, and then we just digressed, but I prefer it that way. So it is what it is. So watching King of Queens, and I don't know, like Kevin James' character is kind of annoying. He's kind of a really fat, annoying person. I don't know, like a lot of times it's funny, but it was just weird. Like there was this episode where he hadn't eaten all day, and his wife, you know, she's the Scientologist that escaped and just started, you know, going, this is an insane religion. Everyone that's part of it is completely insane. Lima, I believe. No, not Lima. Leah Rimey, maybe. I don't know. That's close. She's in it. So works for this law firm. She's like a paralegal. And he's driving his truck. He's a little delivery guy in his little shorts with his fat body. And he hasn't ate all day. He meets her there, and he loses his mind because it's not a food party. And he's rummaging through this man's kitchen, and there's no food. He's going to make an omelet. He pulls out eggs. She's like, stop. She can't stop him, for God's sake. She's like, just stop. You got to go back in here. Like, you can't fry eggs in here. You can't make a damn omelet. That is insane. These are rich people, lawyers. We're in a tall apartment building. There was a private elevator to this room, and he doesn't care. He's like, He's like, I gotta eat. He won't listen to her at all. He's gonna make an omelet. And then she's like, the guy comes in, and he's like standing there blocking the eggs. And he's still gonna, when he leaves, like cook it. But then the guy's like, yeah, we don't here. We're usually at our lake house. There's not much food. And then he's not able to eat the omelet. He just chugs the eggs. Like, and they're rotten. And it's like, who the hell wrote this episode? I mean, this man doesn't have enough self-control and discipline that he can't just sit through a dinner party and then eat. He can't go one day without food without losing his mind. What does that say, what does it say about fat people? I think it's rude. I'm over it. I'm over it now. I mean, it is. It was kind of like, it made you hate him. It did. It made you hate him in the show. Just like, what is this? So that's it. That's King of Queens. Now we're going to get into some more pressing matter. Taylor Swift update. Now people are up in arms saying that she is a slut, turning all the girls of America and the world into little sluts. She is talking sexual stuff on her album, folks. I mean, she's talking about legs being spread and stuff like that. And it is, I mean, yesterday we were talking about it, and it was all about how people are saying she is a white supremacist. She is the lily white queen, which I think is what Hitler called his wife. Otherwise, I don't know why people would be calling her that. And now today it is, she is corrupting the minds of the youth of America, which is probably true. I mean, all these allegations about her just talking about sex stuff it holds up more than the white supremacist stuff. White supremacist stuff, you got to reach, you got to do this, you got to go, this is a secret code. This means white supremacy. Stupidest thing ever. By the way, Huskers, bring it back. The time is now. We'll pretend it never happened. We'll pretend like you never caved, like a bunch of idiots. I mean, everybody knows this is the OK symbol. Everybody. It's not the white power. This is like, okay, we're awesome. We're the Huskers. I mean, it's not a racist thing. I mean, look at the roster. Look at the best players of all time for Nebraska. Tommy Frazier, Johnny the Jet Rogers, which I think is a real football player, or the character from Sandlot. I can't remember, but either way, rich history of fantastic African-American athletes down there at the Huskers. But you changed it to this, and that's just not, it's not what it is. We want to keep tradition. We want to keep tradition alive. And I just think saying that this is a white, if anything, this is more satanic than anything. This is the mark of the beast. So in that case, I would say that this has more standing as the mark of the beast than of white supremacy. Look at this. You got a 666. So guess what, Huskers? I take it back. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's evil. Evil. All right. Moving along. Yeah, so Taylor Swift, she's just causing a firestorm, and I mean that's what happens. That's what happens when you live the life of a showgirl. Sometimes shit hits the fan from every direction. Isn't that Tay-Tay? I mean, people are going, she used to sing about, Tim McGraw, and now she's singing about slut things. Take a look around at the world. I mean, take a look around. Everyone is just doing slut things. I mean, even comedians. Comedians are now becoming pimps. They want to become porn directors. I'm talking about Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura. Just watched a very disturbing video yesterday on a guy that covers stand-up comedy news. It's a bizarre niche, but for some reason, it's entertaining. Too Lazy to Try. That's the name of the channel. And he covers things like Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura having their fans submit themselves in order for them to run an OnlyFans account for them. So I guess stand-up comedy is not on the top of their mind. You know, it used to be just you wanted to tell jokes, make people laugh. And now Bert Kreischer is wearing a VR headset on his podcast, watching virtual porn, thrusting in the air. Just an old sick pervert, dude. Just tell jokes. Looking around, and then at your fans are sending in pictures of their penises. Really? Because you might pair them up with your whore that you're going to curate from the internets and then pump out in an OnlyFans. Aren't you married? Don't you have daughters? Put down the bottle of booze, you maniac. Just tell jokes. I don't even want, like, who is going to? It's just absurd to me. It's you've surpassed any of the filth of the past. Andrew Dice Clay, Sam Kinison with Wild Thing, Doug Stanhope. I mean, they kept it in the realm. No, I don't even know what that means. They did not. I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but it's insane. It really is. It's just, that's how horny everyone is anymore. I mean, you got all your comedy fans, you're wearing VR headset, watching porn and thrusting in the air. Sick, bro. It's just sick. Are you that deluded that you think that kind of stuff is funny? But look, so yeah, you got all fronts. We got Taylor Swift. She's corrupting the minds of the youth. We got comedians doing it. We got Diddy just covering people in baby oil, just doing like insane sex things for 3 days straight with no sleep, just pumped full of drugs. And this is the world now. And everyone is just so horny. And who do we blame? I don't know who we blame, but we definitely blame internet porn for sure. They definitely didn't help this situation at all. All right, so there. I know. This is me being critical of two of the biggest stand-up comics alive today, doing their thing. I mean, Bert Kreischer is on a world tour. He's on a world stand-up tour because he has 2 shows in Canada, so I guess he can call it a world tour. Just going north. That's all he's doing. That's all he's doing. He can have his giant mascot of himself that someone wears and dances at the arena. I've been to the show. I was backstage. There's a picture of me holding a pie next to the pimp. Now he wants to find someone new, like someone that's never done it before, bring them in and then break them. Break them like a true pimpin' to his hoe would do. So, I'm sure his material is fire right now. I'm sure it's fire. And that's where we're at. I mean, people are finding it a hard time to be good. I guess that's the thing. Like Donald Trump, he just said in his, I'm going to start that over. If you're listening to, I'm doing a video today for everyone that's listening to the audio. And I'm resetting a couple times because I'm probably going to use this as a clip. So this is the inside baseball. If you listen to the show, then you kind of know what's going on. That I'm gonna reset when necessary and give my hot takes. Hot potato, hot, yeah, ooh, so hot. And now that I just did that little jig and sang about hot potatoes, I don't even remember what I was gonna do for my reset. And yeah, I don't know. So now I'm just going to go into it. Donald Trump, I think it had to do with old DT. Donald Trump, he recently came out and said that, he came out and he said, I'm going to get this. Well, first off, I'm going to do this. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. That's longer. And I think that, I'm running out of time to some degree. It's going to be a shorter show, I guess. I had to set some stuff up, I had to move some stuff around. But, there's this channel, and it's called like New Yeek Entertainment. I don't know. It's weird. But there's a YouTube channel that just makes like 6 videos a day just bashing Brendan Schaub. I guess Brendan Schaub tried to sue this dude and lost, and then this guy is just doubling down. He's dedicated not like 10% of his life, like all of his life, like 100% of his life to just making videos and making fun of Brendan Schaub. It is wild. And Brendan Schaub, I don't know. I've never met the guy. But I can, I just want to give him some peace of mind. Just rest assured, like, you're not the worst comedian in the world. That title, my friend, belongs to me. That is my title in 2010. That's right. Going all the way back to that. People were still watching VHS tapes. Think about that. I was on America's Got Talent. I got into a little spat with that British lord, Piers Morgan. Things were said, it ripped off my shirt, more things were said. The next day, I go to get kicked off the show. Piers Morgan calls me the worst stand-up comedian in the entire world. So that title is mine. It belongs to me. So just lay off, Schaub. Lay off of him. He might be the second worst, but he is not the absolute worst. Okay? The guy from Britain, who is a friend and loyalist to the crown of England and serves with great purpose and great passion, Piers Morgan, he gave that title to me. He flew to America. And he was like, even though I'm not American, I will judge the talent here on America's Got Talent, along with Howie Mandel, not from America. And he was like, I will also judge the Americans. Sharon Osbourne, also not American. She came and she was like, I will also judge them as well. We will let no Americans judge their own talent. And then Piers Morgan, He spoke the words. He spoke the words, I'm the worst stand-up comedian of all time. So that title is mine, my friend, not yours. You're free from your burden. You're free. All right. This is the Austin Anderson Show. Tomorrow, I'll be back at 10 a.m. Subscribe on YouTube. We're at like 62 follows, 62 subscribers. Pow! Taking off like a rocket ship. That's what I'm talking about. So hit that dial. Smash that subscribe. It makes a little dust go. It's freaking sweet. You got to try it. Try it. Smash it and watch the dust come off of it. The little fairy dust. It's incredible. It's such a good feeling. It hits you with dopamine. God, yeah. You just want to smash it more and more. So get that dopamine, smash that button, go there now. Let's get me up to 100. Unstoppable. 100 subscribers for the worst stand-up comedian in the entire world. What is this world coming to? Be back tomorrow. Have a good day.